Hello and welcome to Tim's BMW Repairs and Information. And you join me here and Pippi today, he's the audience, on a cold and drizzly day. Yeah, it's pretty ghastly, but it's not as cold as it was last week when it was -8. And -8 in the morning means your windscreen washers aren't going to work. Yeah, which is a bit of a nuisance. But when everything thawed out, and it's about 4 degrees now, they still didn't work. Got absolutely nothing. And that's even worse because, of course, with this drizzly sort of weather, when you're driving along any of the main roads, you get salt spray because the roads are all salted in the UK. And that means it gets over the screen. And if you haven't got any water coming out, if you use your windscreen wipers, it just smears it across the screen. Yeah, and of course, coupled with the fact that I've got the Ministry of Transport test in 2 days, the MOT, failure of these is an MOT failure, and yeah, we've got to get them fixed. So yeah, got a few hours to fix them. So what this episode's about is how every single part of the washer system works, right from the nozzles, how to get these out and replace them if you need to, where the pipes run, where the washer tank is, where the pump motors are, how to remove those, and how to clear, which is the most likely cause, which is the filters in them. Now, before this stopped working, it was starting to smell, and that's usually a good indication that the fluid in the tank's gone mouldy, and that generally blocks up the filter. Now, the filter's right under the pump, so they're quite difficult to get to, but that's what we're going to have a look at today and go through absolutely everything on the washer system. Okay, let's get on with it. Well, the best place to start is always at the windscreen washers themselves. And what we need to do is take a pipe off to see if we get any fluid coming out of it. Now, it would seem the obvious place to take the pipe off is there, but it's actually here at the nozzle itself. So what we can do is wiggle this off. There we go. And then fire up the washers and see if any washer fluid comes out of there. Also at the same time making sure we can hear the pump running. If the pump isn't running, then it's quite likely to be the pump itself either jammed up or just failed, and they do that. What they generally do is get a crack in them, leak water through to the armature, and then just seize up. But yeah, always start here and on the other windscreen washer and see if fluid comes out of there. Now, if fluid is coming out of this pipe, then it's obviously going to be the nozzle. Fortunately, the nozzles on these are very easy to get out. They just have a little clip on the front here, which you press that in, and then lift the nozzle up, push it forward slightly, and the whole nozzle will come out. It's got a wire going to it because it's a heated nozzle, and we disconnect it here, and there's a little clip for it there. That's to disconnect that, and the replacement nozzle comes with the wire and the connector and so on. Rightio, so if we've got no fluid coming out at this point, then we need to move round to the pumps. If we need to get to the pumps, and we have to in this circumstance because I can hear the pump running, but there's no fluid coming out through the pipework, even with it disconnected from the nozzles, then we have to get to the washer fluid tank and the pumps. And they're situated in this area of the fender or bumper of the car. Now, the way we get to them is we just disconnect or remove 5 bolts. There's 4 8mm, one there, one there, one there, and one there. And there's a 10mm up there. Now, I've got the wheel pointing the wrong way at the moment so we can see what I'm explaining. But normally you do this with the wheel turned fully to the left. And then what you do is you just peel the wheel liner out from underneath the fender or inside the fender and tuck it behind the wheel. And that gives you great access to the complete tank and the pumps. And once you got to that point, it's quite easy to remove the pumps, and I'll show you how to do that. That's the high pressure pump for the headlights, and that's the low pressure pump for the windscreen. And it's the windscreen ones which have fizzled out. So notice they're pretty feeble to start with. And what I've done is disconnected them here from the actual nozzles themselves. and there's a tiny bit of water comes out, but hardly anything. And I should think the problem, it isn't the pump itself, because the pump's running, but that pump there, that's the pump that's the problem. So I've got an elbow on it here. Yeah, I can hear it running, and also I can tell that there's no washer fluid coming out of the header tank as well. So the next thing I need to do is pop this pump out. I'm not sure how tight they are in there. Can't seem to lift it with my finger. I'll get a screwdriver on that. Again, right, let's try a screwdriver underneath it. I think they're just pushed in, these things. So you don't want to break it, because I've got the MOT coming up. And won't be able to get a replacement in time. So yeah, you can hear the motor running, but no water is actually coming out. Okay, so these plastic bits here, they've got, especially that bit there, that will be holding on to the side of the pump. So that's probably what's stopping it coming out. Of course, the pipe itself isn't going to help either. He's coming now, but I've got a good chance of cracking the tank like that. Oh, there we go. We're out. Right, I need to let all the fluid out anyway. It's mouldy and it stinks. Yeah, it's the first thing I noticed. It started stinking. Yeah, it's not much room, is there, in here? And also, interestingly enough, there's no water pouring out of it. So, right, it's impossible to get you in the centre of the picture, I'm afraid. But that there at the bottom, that's the grommet. There's no water coming out at all, is there? How peculiar. There we go. Right, okay, so there's the problem. Where's your camera? There it is. Yeah, that's the filter for it. So there's a grommet on it, and then you can pull that off, full of muck. I blasted out with the garden hose. Grommet's disappeared somewhere, of course. Okay, so I've got my grommet back. So how does this filter fit on? Filter's obviously got to go over the end. Oh, look, maybe it goes, yeah, it looks like it goes on the end of the grommet. So that's a good start. So I'll put the grommet back in, put the pump back in, and pump some water through it. I have to fill it back up again, obviously. Right, need to get the pump out of the way. I'll do. Okay, here we go. Grommet and filter going in. Give it a squish in, that's in. That's not easier than the one series, I'll tell you that for nothing. My daughter's one took absolutely hours. Wheel off, wheel arch off, half the wing off. Right, let's get that pump back in again. Should be able to get the bottom half of it in, get the snout in, and then sort of down and sideways at the same time, I think. Well, we've done the down bit okay, sideways bit, and down. We're in. Right. That'll go in nicely. Some of it will go in anyway. You watch the pipes that go to the nozzles. Let me know if they're working. That certainly seems to be successful. Right, let's plug them back in again. They're quite easy to work on, these ones, by the way. The 8 series is a bit harder to get to the nozzles, whereas the 6 series got these little elbows that just pop off. Right, that's in. That's in okay. Yeah. And there we go then, another impromptu job done. Yeah, good thing I remembered that. Yes, because it's going for its MOT next week, and that's definitely a fail if the windscreen washers don't work. I don't really care about the headlight ones, but yeah, you can't pass without washers working. So yeah, not a hard job really. It's just knowing what to do is the point. Yeah, always start at the nozzle end. It's the nozzles that usually get blocked up. So yeah, remove the pipes from the elbows to the nozzles, fire up the washers. If it's coming out of there, then you know you've got to replace the washers themselves, so the jets themselves. Quite easy, 2 clicks, push through. It's got an electrical connection for the heated part and an elbow for the washer fluid itself. So that's easy. You can get them out, put new ones in. If no water comes out of the pipe at that point, then disconnect the other one as well. No water out of that, then it's probably the filter. If you can hear the motor running, then it'll be that filter. If you don't hear the motor running, then it'll be the pump, and we can change that just as simply as we did changing the, well, got the pump out of the way. At that point, it'd be just a case of disconnecting the pipe and disconnecting the electrical connector. So yeah, not hard at all. Yeah, the most awkward thing is it's right down on the ground. You've got to get the wheel liner out of the way, got to have the wheel pointing to the left, got to hook the wheel liner behind the wheel and stuff like that. Once you've done all of that, it is absolutely straightforward. Well, I hope that helps you in the future at some point. Keep subscribing, keep commenting, put a thumbs up if it helped you, and I'll see you next time.